All right, everybody, bring up your next comedian, Jared Rank. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Hello. See me in the back? I know I'm pretty short. That's how it goes. We got any Mariners fans in here? Woo! Sweet, right on. You guys are used to disappointment, so if I bomb, it's just business as usual. It's perfect. I'm a Mariners fan, too. Yeah. Glad you guys could make it in from the cold. That's how it goes. We're getting a few sunny days coming back. It's awesome. It's going to be sunshine and picnics and babies getting stuck in cars. All that stuff. It's like every time, Jared, you shouldn't joke about that. You could literally cook that baby. You could literally cook that baby. I mean, I know, but I mean, I can never finish a whole one. Trying to be a better person, clearly. So, I went to the Humane Society the other day to get a dog, so I could just push off all my faults onto the animal instead of work on myself. It's the American way. I got a pit bull, and immediately everybody's like, Jared, that's an aggressive breed. You're going to regret that purchase. Tell you, I do not. I do not regret that purchase one bit. $35. I got 100 pounds worth of meat. Told my brother about some of these jokes earlier. He was like, dude, you should say none of them. It was perfect. You should say none of that shit. Also, you're a piece of shit. Like, sweet. So I got that going for me. It's that pain, you gotta hide it. It's that pain you don't see. Like I emotionally stubbed my toe. First, I don't even think toes are real. They're just like devices of karma put on your body to remind you of your sins. It's like anytime I stub my toe, I immediately evaluate my previous week. I fucked somebody over. I owe somebody money. Maybe, no. Did I tell a dead baby joke on stage in Bremerton? The usual. That's how it goes. And it's always like the pinky toe, too. Or as I call it, the great equalizer. I stubbed my toe the other day. It brings you to your knees. It'll bring anybody to their knees. I stubbed my toe the other day on the bed frame. The wicked, wicked bed frame. Caught that thing. It like set me down to the ground like I just got hit by a howitzer. It's like, you fall to the ground. You suddenly start doing like this impersonation from the pain, like you're trying to talk to dolphins. You just like, It hurts so bad. It's not even fair. Your girlfriend's walking past you, just judging you. My girlfriend, by the way, is not here because she doesn't support me. But that's not true. So she's always propping me up. She's propping me up in life. She's propping me up in comedy. She's propping me up into her truck. She's super short. She always knows when she's the best girlfriend. Like, she offered me a quickie before coming here. I was just super nervous. She's like, you need to calm those nerves. Get her quickies. Like, right as we were about to start, she gives me a little, ow. Did you catch it? Yeah, I know, it's really quick. Like, right as we're about to, she just did a little, ow. And I know I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it up, but she knew I needed it. That's a good girlfriend. She knew exactly what was going on. I hate saying soulmate because I just don't like the term. It feels like super cliche. But on some level, it feels like we're meant to be with each other. And I think that level is our terrible, terrible dark sense of humor and our love for true crime. That's pretty much it. The other day we were watching Forensic Files. If you guys know anything about true crime, you've heard there's a metric shit ton of episodes. It's a technical term, fine. But we're watching it. I love that show when it goes to like break too, because it's always like, does this red carpet fiber have something to do with this triple murder? Like, well, you've already made it known that you are investigating the only car with that carpet fiber in a 30-mile radius, and it's called Forensic Files. Probably. But it's like an episode about some serial killer who's like the worst person in the world, and they're traveling like cross country and everything, just like raping and killing, and it's like always like kids, and it's the worst thing in the world. She like turns to me and she looks at me and she's like, Jared, I don't understand why somebody be attracted to this. I just don't get it. This is terrible in the world. I just don't understand. And I looked at her and I was like, I know, baby. At least all the women I raped were over 18. And I kind of reacted just like that. But you haven't even heard the end of the story. That chick, she escaped. She got out of my basement. She was running. She was booking it. She was like a gazelle in sunlight, and I was the lion. I was going to get her. My predatorial instinct came out. I was right there. I was going to grab her by the ponytail, and I stubbed my fucking toe. Did you believe it? The great equalizer strikes again. Came back. It was killing me. She heard my cries of agony. She came back to help me. She was like, oh, man, dude, what happened? What'd you do this week? Do you owe somebody money? It was like, she helped me to the hospital. And I only mentioned my girlfriend's sense of humor because she actually wrote that joke. So she's the one that said that, so, get mad at her. In truth, that yeah, if you're watching, thanks, baby. She's not watching. In truth, that's actually my dad's favorite joke, which made me think of, the lessons you learn from your father. But I was like, he gave me, the basic guidelines to life that everybody gets. Don't talk to strangers, look both ways when you cross the street. But he never got, the practical knowledge. I never got a lesson, about hemorrhoids. That's something I think you need to know in the future. He never, sat me down and was like, son, there's a 30% chance that one day your asshole's going to fall out. I never got that information. And that's definitely useful now. Definitely. I'm sorry. I had to go into the hospital. It hurt so bad. And before I even had the exam, the doctor looks at me and he's like, just to let you know, this is the closest a man can get to giving birth. The miracle of life, right? The closest a man can get. I was like, great. So he props me up on his table, which you're like a pin-up on the front of a car, just like, what's up? Yeah, we're getting real personal. Hey, guy. And he's back there just talking about, every day, how's Karen and the kids? It's just, this is normal. You've been in way too much ass for this to be your normal day. And it's just, he's back there talking, and then I just hear a, yeesh. No, the doctor said yeesh. And then he stopped. I hear, he didn't know how to tell me. That's never good news. And he's sitting back there, and hey, we're best friends now. Hey, doc. Try to be clever. Just give it to me straight. You get it. Just give it to, and so, this is what I see. Well, so, when I told you, it was, the closest a guy can get to giving birth? I was like, yeah, and he's like, well, you got a real John and Kate +8 situation going on here. I think it's triplets. Thank you, that's my time.